It's another episode of the Crypto Sheikhs Podcast. I'm Manas, but I'm here with my co-host, Danosh. How's it going, my man?
All good. How's it going, people?
Really cool. So we have a really interesting episode today with the Red Ape Family. Very happy to welcome these guys here. They're both blue chip owners of great NFTs, the Bored Ape Yacht Club being a big part of that. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Say hi to the Crypto Sheikhs Podcast.
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm Chris. I'm the writer on the show. I'm from the UK, and I don't own Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, but I do have some very interesting NFTs. Hand over to this young man.
Thanks, Chris. I'm Yusuf. I'm an owner of Bored Ape Yacht.
Well, you're wearing the T-shirt, obviously.
Representing
the official merch of BAYC. Yeah. And I'm one of the co-founders with Hashim of the Red Ape Family.
This is the Crypto Sheikhs. This is the leading podcast in Dubai and the UAE, where you, regardless of your skill level, will learn everything from cryptocurrencies to blockchain technologies.
Nice. Awesome. So why don't you guys give us a little overview of what the Red Ape family is all about? Yeah. And, I think we'll also go a little bit into the Bored Apes because I think that's the foundation behind how this project's launched, but maybe a little bit of a background there for our audience.
Go for it. Talk about the Bored Ape first.
So basically, it all started when we started collecting the Bored Apes, but also some other cool NFTs. And the idea was that the Bored Ape Yacht Club is enabling a lot of creativity in the space. And the way they did it is if you buy one of our tokens or one of our apes, you also get the IP rights to do anything you want with it. So a lot of people saw this as an opportunity to flip tokens and make money. Others were like, I'm gonna just paint another ape and sell it as a derivative. Others put it just on mugs or t-shirts. But that wasn't bringing, with all respect to all these guys, of course, and their artistic view and opinion on it, but we wanted to bring something into the space, something new that nobody really thought about before, which is using these NFTs, animate them in a way to bring them to life with a name, a voice, a story, and enable other people who have these blue chip NFTs to come into our show and use their IP inside the show.
Wonderful. I mean, let me just stop you there because just for the sake of the audience, we've talked about the Bored Ape Yacht Club before, Danosh, because you and I have a stupid-ass story where we tried to buy one when it was 25 ETH.
Don't talk about it.
And, we were not successful because we had it snatched under our thumbs, and we kind of...
it was one of the rare ones as well.
Oh my God. Really rare ones. I mean, the floor price of Bored Apes are now close to 50 ETH, so we would have made a clean 100% return on that had we bought it.
Well, in real money, it would have been much more than that.
Exactly.
And let's not talk about it.
Anyway, so for the benefit of the audience, obviously the Bored Ape Yacht Club is one of the most blue chip NFT projects out there because of how it has brought a lot of members of in sort of celebrities. It's brought a lot of thought leaders into this community. Mm-hmm. What's interesting is the Bored Ape Yacht Club isn't just an NFT. A lot of people think and ask me, well, what's this JPEG? Yeah. It's kind of weird. It's not weird because what it is, it's sort of like a private members club.
It's a community.
It's a community, but it's also a private members club because when you buy one of these NFTs, you get access to the Discord, you get access to these key sort of owners all over the world. You have sort of parties. I think in NFT NYC had a specific Bored Ape sort of party. You have access to certain types of merchandise. So it's like a sort of digitized virtual reality version of a private members club, kind of like the Arts Club here in the Middle East, except on a more global kind of scale, right? So it's very interesting.
Let's put it this way. So the art that I love about like the apes, because a lot of people are using them as their profile picture.
Yes.
The art is like the door of a house.
Correct.
So you see it, it's beautiful, but it's all about the utility of that token, what's behind that door. All that house that actually you don't see, except if you are a member and you can enter the house by owning that token. Mm-hmm. And when you enter the house, as you were saying, it's a lot of utility. Is the membership to the club, the merch, getting airdropped like dogs and getting airdrops of mutants and all that. Yeah. Like that was a lot of money that these guys were giving away for free because we owned their tokens, plus the IP that you can use in different things. You can make a movie or a sitcom like what we are doing right now. You can make, like, sky's the limit about what you can do.
Let's touch on that a little bit more. So unlike other NFT projects previously, including, for example, the CryptoPunks, the Bored Ape Yacht Club was quite innovative because they were the first to give individual members who purchase each of these. So there's only 10,000 of them. So everyone who buys one of these gets a right to use that specific NFT in any way they want, and they can profit from it in any way they want. So I could, if I had one of the Bored Apes, I could start a shirt line. Someone else could start a song called the Bored Ape album and drop music around Bored Apes. You guys are doing a similar concept. You're taking the Bored Apes that you guys own, and I guess some other NFT projects, which we'll talk about, and you're building something around that, right? And this is one of the first times we've seen something like this in the space. We haven't really seen this kind of taken something like from the NFT space and bring it into some kind of real world utility through other types of media. And that's what I'm really excited to be talking to you guys about this today.
Yeah. Well, that's what we thought, right? We could hold on to these NFTs and watch them appreciate in value, or we could do something that's never been done before, which is essentially what the Red Ape Family is all about. So it's the first animated sitcom, the first in the world. No one's done this before, where we're starring NFTs from different collections, and we're bringing collections together, different communities. The central characters are all Bored Ape Yacht Club, but we're also featuring everyone from Lazy Lions, Cool Cats, Craniums, you name it.
That's nice. We have a few of those. So how did you guys come up with this concept? I mean, what was the story behind, coming up with this idea? Because it's a really cool idea. It's very innovative.
So one of the things that I don't like in this space is how projects are siloed and people are like maxis about specific NFTs. I'm a Bored Ape member, but I'm also a Cool Cat member. I have Craniums. Chris also has, for example, Potty Apes.
Love it.
Hashim also is a Bored Ape.
Love it.
And he has other NFTs. He has lions, and we have like all these NFTs. They are cool.
So basically, you're creating the zoo.
I was just thinking that.
We're very selective, actually.
We're approached like every single day.
We're super selective about the projects that we are getting into the show. But basically, the idea is like, we don't like this siloed kind of like mentality, maximalist, etc. We want to bring all these projects together. Like, how cool it is to see a Cool Cat talking to a Bored Ape. Like, nobody has done this before. And give them a story. And so people from the Cool Cats will enjoy watching a Bored Ape. And someone from the Bored Ape will enjoy watching a Cranium. And you bring all these communities together and you give them something to enjoy together. So for us, that's like the best thing to do. We could have just done something about the Bored Apes, and it would be successful if we do it also that way. But the beauty is not just to stop there, because this space is for everyone. The pie is huge, it's big, and there is a slice for everyone to take.
Just for the audience's sake, so people understand, on a lot of NFT success around these avatar projects centers on community, which is what we're talking about. And the way these communities work is, of course, Twitter and Discord being sort of the components of the metaverse that's being created right now. Now, what's great about Bored Apes or the Cool Cats or some of these other project lines that you guys are sort of citing, also the Craniums, these have large communities relative to their, so often they have like 10,000 of these NFTs, but this is like close to 6,000 or maybe close to 4,000. I think with the Craniums, I know there's close to like 5,000 owners. With Bored Apes, I think it's one of the highest as well, close to 6,000 owners. Cool Cats, also very large ownership. This is what creates value for these NFTs. And so the fact that you're going to be bringing effectively all these communities together, that's, I think, what's incredible, right? You're for the first time, we're seeing, 5,000 potential community members from the Cool Cats coming together with the Craniums and the 5,000. It really brings a massive community of different owners together who can, talk NFTs and relate to one another.
That's what we thought, because we're like, there's a gap in the market, right? So what can we do that brings all these communities together and gives them a voice? And this is community driven. So they decide to a large extent what happens in the storyline, for example, and they can have their characters featured. They can get involved in so many ways. They can make money from this as well. We can monetize a lot of things. So many potential avenues for merchandising, for evolving this and spinning it off in different directions. So really are in a very lucky position here.
And the community, the way they can get something from what we're doing, because we're not doing it for ourselves, we're doing it really for the space, is if someone holds a token of the Red Ape family, he can feature one of his NFTs in the next episode based on a governance system that we have.
Wow.
And if people vote for that NFT to be there, we will animate that NFT.
Oh, that's cool.
And we will give it a voice and a story. And the owner of that NFT can co-write the story.
All right, you've already sold it to me because I want my cat to be featured. You know, I got this really funny, cool cat. He's got tats.
Yeah.
He's got like a skull T-shirt, and he's got like a what's it called? A gladiator helmet.
Yeah.
So I feel like he'd be like a really badass
Amazing.
on your show.
Democracy, right?
Well, like
Yeah.
I didn't finish. The thing is, if you feature, for example, your cat, you can be paid actually for that.
No way.
Because you own the IP rights. We need licensing of those IP rights so we can use them in the show.
Wow, that is
So you would be paid for it. So now people with NFTs, they have these NFTs. They should not sell them to make profit. They can use them to make profit. And that's what we're trying to enable. I mean, we're not trying, we're enabling.
You will be.
This is a revenue stream for anyone that owns a token. So
Exactly.
a lot of people are asking me like, Danosh, I want to get into the NFT space. Where should I start? What should I buy? And I'm always saying that, well, I can't give you like any safe bets because it's very difficult to tell you which NFTs to get into. The safest one are obviously the blue chip ones, which will cost you like $100,000 to $200,000.
Yeah.
So what would you say to someone that wants to get into the NFT space but don't have that money to spend, or is it even worth it to pay $200,000 to be part of a community like the Bored Ape Yacht Club?
To be honest with you, the first thing I would say to anyone who wants to jump into NFTs is to educate himself. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
So there are some great leaders out there like Gary Vee and other people. And I need people to educate themselves. It's not just about having money to invest, but it's also to know, for people to make their own research, to learn about where they are putting their money, to read the roadmaps of projects, to know exactly what they're getting in terms of utility. Are they going to get like a token in exchange? Are they going to get like revenue sharing? Or like there are multiple things that people need to look at before making an investment. But as you said, there are NFTs that are successful, NFT projects, Bored Ape, Cool Cats, the Craniums, the Lions. These guys are established.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of them are still cheap.
Yeah, actually, we should say that. Like, not all NFTs cost $100,000. I mean,
Exactly.
the Bored Apes are the most blue chip of them all. So rightfully, they probably cost quite a bit.
Yeah.
But the craniums, you can get into a cranium for maybe close to $2,000. Some of the craniums are selling for 0.5 ETH, right?
Yeah.
We got in for about 1 ETH at the time, but we bought 2 gold ones because we like, we're kind of Dubai based. We like that gold.
I have a gold one.
So actually, what you guys are doing as well, your token is kind of an NFT, right?
So our token is an NFT. So what are we selling to people?
Yeah.
Basically, we're selling the episode to people.
Wow.
So it's the full episode. People are not getting like a PFP, a profile picture. People are getting 8 to 10 minutes of amazing, professionally done animation with music, voice acting, and a lot of amazing NFTs inside there.
Yeah.
But that's, again, the door that I was talking about. That's the door of the house. But what's behind the house is what's really
So
important.
what's the other benefits? What's inside the house?
So
what's in the bedroom? What's in the bedroom?
So I'm going to mention 3 very important points, and then there are others that we can talk about. The first one is, in the secondary market, all projects, when something is sold, you get royalties. So part of those royalties, we're going to use them to buy other NFTs, to fractionalize those NFTs, and give those fractions to our token minters. So the first people who believed in us, they will get that for life. fractions of NFTs. The second biggest innovation that you don't see much in the space is because it's a sitcom, there is a possibility to sign with big names, OTT platforms.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, for example, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, etc. Or even YouTube. YouTube, you can monetize on YouTube and get money from views and ad. So what we're doing is 25% to 49% of that revenue that we're getting, we're going to use it again to buy, for example, a cool cat and a Bored Ape or a CryptoPunk, whatever, how much money we're going to make, or that deal, how big it's going to be. Buy those NFTs, fractionalize them, and give for free to our token holders to get fractions of these NFTs, and they can sell them and get ETH.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, because you're owning a part of history, essentially. If you get episode 1, it's the world's first, never been done before. Imagine owning like a bit of The Simpsons.
Oh, correct.
Or
that's exactly how I see it. Yeah, and what you're doing, which is unlike the traditional, TradFi systems, trad culture. So what's interesting about, crypto is that it's disrupting traditional finance, right? But what NFTs are doing they're disrupting traditional culture. They're disrupting Hollywood. Yeah. You guys are taking this model and bringing it direct to consumers. What I love about this, and you're allowing the people who watch your show to participate in the growth financially of your show, which would not have been possible in the old world.
Because this world is just taking shape, right? It's still early, as everyone keeps saying, and we're doing it.
Exactly. So actually, we don't want to disrupt Hollywood or disrupt Netflix. Yeah. Like, everybody has his place and his part of the pie, as I was saying. Mm-hmm. What we're doing actually is bringing the utility that nobody was putting there before.
Yeah.
What is the utility of The Simpsons, for example?
Well, it's an entertainment.
You can watch it.
Watch it and get entertained, laugh, have a good time, forget about problems.
Yeah.
But what we're doing is like, we're giving you that entertainment. We're allowing you to own that part of the entertainment, but also get a chunk of the money that sitcom is generating.
Yeah. And you can be a part of it.
And you can be a part of it. So as a matter of fact, one of our token holders, he proposed an idea because we have on our Discord a channel for just ideas. And he said he thinks that the best character for the villain of our the city on Mars is called Muskville.
Yeah.
It should be a specific NFT. I don't know if we should say the name or keep it.
No, it's fine. Can you guess who Muskville is named after?
Yeah. No, I mean like the NFT itself.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
It's a vampire.
Yeah.
From the Sneaky Vampire.
Yeah, we can say that. Yeah, that's fine.
And he came up with that idea. So it's a community member helping to write the show.
I love that. I love that.
That's the beauty of it.
I love this so much.
So that brings us on to the story. I can give you a little bit about the story because I'm one of the writers, and this is going to be hilarious. Trust me.
Don't share too much. We want to tease the audience. We want them to come and watch your show.
Okay.
Give us some blue balls.
I'm going to give you. So the year is 2130. Okay, these apes, this family of apes, 6 of them.
Bored apes.
Bored ape. Let's make it very obvious. They're fleeing Earth. They're going to start a new life on Mars. But when they get there, they don't realize they're going to be working for a shady organization. That's all I'm saying.
Love it. Love it.
And these 4 Bored Apes are not like any Bored Apes. Like, we made it like really specific how we selected those Bored Apes. The male and female, the main characters, Chucky and Winky.
Yeah.
They
Who named them?
You can't take credit for their names.
Who named them? You named them.
I named them.
You didn't name them.
They're both red, and they wear the same clothes, the stunt jacket. And to get like a female Bored Ape is really difficult.
What's difficult to find these 2 matching Bored Apes?
It's to have someone to sell them to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because nobody wants to sell these NFTs.
Yeah.
And then we also brought the children. There are 2 twins, and they're both like they call them like naked apes because they don't have any
clothes on.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're both like, they look like each other. They just have like the eyes that are different, and one has like a cigarette in his mouth, and they're twins. So we created really a family of apes.
Wow.
So like, yeah, and we're still building like these characters that we're bringing into the show. They're like handpicked.
Love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You spend
Yeah.
literally hours looking for the right type of NFT.
I want to just go back to your token. So how can people participate or buy your token? And you said it's an NFT. It's actually not a token. I mean, I know NFTs are tokens, but how would they go about? Is it going to be on OpenSea, or is it going to be sort of a mint on your website? Maybe you could go in a little bit about that.
The episode in itself, it's on the Ethereum blockchain on ERC 1155, which makes it one item, but with 333 tokens that people can mint. You can mint right now if you want. Anyone can mint right now on our website.
Oh wow, it's alive already.
Live. Yeah. It's live, and the floor price right now, I don't know, like it was 100
like
ETH
100
or something. Yeah. So people are seeing the value.
It's 100 ETH
already, and they haven't even seen the episode.
What do you mean 100 ETH for one token?
Yes,
that's the floor.
So like that, for example, the people who are putting it on secondary market, they know what is the quality of what they are getting because of the utility, but also the art. And you were talking about the episode in itself. So the episode on itself is going to be on OpenSea.
Okay.
The episode is going to be dropped on the 25th of November. Right now,
very soon.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about
Thursday.
literally 6 days.
I'm sure once this podcast is out, it's going to be after the 25th. But
let me give a special mention, to Hashim, because he is the genius behind this whole thing. He has a production company. He is the guy that's animating this whole world, bringing it to life. And also Neil, who's my co-writer. I took all the credit for myself. So I should mention there's more than just...
Give the creds where it's due.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
We have a big team.
And in the studios, it's more...
We actually have Hashim here in the house, but apparently he's a little bit under the water. He's chilling right now.
Hashim is spending a lot of time in the studios making this happen, actually.
Yeah, a lot of sleepless nights.
So,
well, I mean, didn't he do an AMA last night for you guys at 4 a.m. or something? I mean, that's hardcore if you ask me.
So with Hashim, what we're doing, and because, the NFT space doesn't sleep. It's 24/7.
Crypto never sleeps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, because both of us live in Dubai, what we're doing is like literally one of us is really on Dubai time zone, and one of us is like on LA time zone, and that's
so one is taking care of the children during nights, and one is taking care of the children
Neil
during the
picks
day.
up whenever you're both asleep because he's in the UK. So
he's in the UK, and
Such a great team. Maybe you could, tell us a little bit how you guys came together. That's always interesting as well.
It's an amazing
you want to
story.
take that?
Yeah. It's an amazing story. So it started by buying these NFTs and thinking not how we can profit from the space, but how we can bring something to the space. So we had this idea of like, let's do the animation.
Right.
And then I started to look for people to partner with on this, and I wasn't able to find someone good.
When was this? Like, how many months ago?
It was 3 months ago.
Oh, wow.
I love this. 3 months. This is the beauty about the NFT space.
Yeah.
You can start like literally now, and in 3 months, something incredible can
in the
be.
real world, that's 3 years ago, but in the NFT world,
Everything in crypto happens at hyperspeed, effectively.
You guys come a long way in 3 months.
So basically, we started, like, all of us started into like buying NFTs before 3 months. It was like 7, 8, 9 months ago.
Yeah, makes sense.
But this project started to take shape 3 months ago. And basically, as I was saying, it was really difficult to find someone to partner with to do this amazing project. And I know Hashim for 7 years. I spoke to him 7 years ago. He helped me with something. And then it was like just... sometimes you talk to, like, once a year you talk to the person and like you talk about something, or you meet outside, you just like walking in the mall and you see the guy and you shake hands. But this time I'm like, I know someone in Dubai who's amazing. He has a large team, a studio, super connected, and let's give him a call.
Wonderful.
Sounds like the right guy.
So you just reached out to Hashim.
I reached out to Hashim.
And he didn't have a Bored Ape yet.
Hashem didn't have a Bored Ape, but he was.
You were like, you need to buy this blue chip thing now.
He was deep into NFTs as well. So because Hashem has this creative studio, and he was looking at it like, I have all the resources to make art.
Yeah.
And he is also an artist by himself. And he wanted to do something, not just like a PFP project. He wanted to do something amazing. And so when I met Hashem and we started like talking about the Red Ape Family, it started as a small idea compared to where it is right now. And basically that's how Hashem and I spoke for like maybe 15 minutes on a phone call, invited me to his studio. I went to his studio the next day. We started talking about the Red Ape Family, the idea. We shook hands.
I love this.
And we started working on it. And then Hashem actually, as I was saying, he's super connected. And he brought Chris because they used to work together before.
Wow.
Brought a lot of other people, musicians, etc.
That's nice. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I mean, where do you guys see this going long term? What's your goal? Do you guys see this on Netflix? Is that success for you guys, or do you see something else as a success?
So Netflix is a milestone. It can be a milestone, but it's not the end goal, to be honest with you. For me, I see this as a project that can last for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Why not? Simpsons are making that. So
because we're planning 10 seasons of this. We're not just going to end with
how many
one.
episodes per season?
So 10 episodes per season and 10 seasons.
10
That's a
episodes.
lot of
moment.
So the tokens that you're raising now, is that for the first episode?
Only the first
Yes.
episode.
That's only for the first
I
episode.
want to give people a chance to own a part of that history, because after episode 1, it's going to go crazy.
But 100 ETH is pretty cost prohibitive. I mean, if we wanted to get in, we wouldn't be able to get in that easily. We would have to sell out quite a bit of our portfolio.
I mean, one guy is setting the floor at 100 ETH.
Yeah,
but
the
then
actual price to buy
the
one.
market, but the price of the NFT itself is 0.95 ETH.
Oh, okay.
So-
So if I went on your website right now, just for the audience, if they're interested, somebody in this audience can come to your website and mint one at 0.95. So I could do that right now.
Yeah,
can do that right now.
www.theredapefamily.com. Yeah.
How many tokens are left?
150 or 180 or something like that.
So around
Yeah.
50%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what we're doing right after this show, right?
But we should mention as well, like one of the missing link in this chain is Chainz, because he is a big part of
I was
Missing
just about
Chainz.
to ask you about that.
I was going to ask you when I can do a song with him.
Because this guy Danosh occasionally does some raps
a rapper.
on the
Not
side.
like 2 Chainz, no.
I'm on a guitar here, and then he sometimes
If you
throws up
give
some
me some
bars.
times, I can probably.
But yeah, 2 Chainz is working with you guys, from what I understand.
Executive producer. He's become a very good friend of ours. He's really helped a lot in terms of direction and ideas for the show. And we're going to involve him more and more as the series progresses.
Yeah.
And it's not just Chainz. We're in talks with lots of different people, bringing lots of people on board. And we are being selective, as Yusuf said, who we want to work with, we can be selective, And also we have the Party Ape Billionaire Club. And we just signed
something with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
2 Chainz basically is not just the executive producer, he's a partner on this project.
How did you find him?
So 2 Chainz saw our trailer.
Oh, cool.
So he saw our trailer.
On Twitter.
On Twitter. It's there. You can see a tweet from him. He said he bought a token and he said, I want in. I sent you a DM. That's what he put there.
Love it. Love it.
We went to our DMs, and Hashem also found that he knows people who know 2 Chainz, and all that started to take shape in a very friendly environment.
And you made sure he had the blue tick, right, before you contacted him?
I'm assuming he's a Bored Ape Yacht Club owner as well.
I don't
2
think
Chainz.
so.
No?
I don't think so.
This is his first. When
It
he
was
bought
his
this,
first NFT.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that shows you how much he believes in it.
I thought maybe he reached out to you guys as a fellow Bored Ape, because the Bored Ape, I've seen a lot of this happen where different Bored Ape owners are connecting in different life, and they're kind of collaborating as well. But
That
cool.
was the first NFT that 2 Chainz bought.
Because he was looking
It's
for
the
the right
Red
opportunity.
Ape Family.
I love that. I love that. Clearly, you guys are creating a lot of utility with what you're producing. So it's very exciting.
So you're launching soon, 25th.
25th.
Is that first episode launch? So you're done with all the editing and everything now?
Pretty much ready to go.
Yep.
Wow.
So we need to mint now. And everybody in the audience, you're hearing straight from these guys, you guys need to head up to, is it the
Straight from the ape's mouth.
Is it the Red Ape
Family.com.
Yeah. So you load up your MetaMask, you connect your MetaMask, you have just 0.95 ETH plus gas, and you can mint one of your NFTs to have. And this gives them effectively, like you said, a right to the episodes that you will be dropping down the line.
Exactly.
Guys, it's been such a pleasure to have you guys on the podcast. Before we shut this down, though, we always like to kind of end on a couple like rapid
fire questions.
Yeah, rapid fire questions to get the people to know you a little bit more. So, first things to both of you guys, if you guys weren't doing this production and in NFTs, what would you guys be doing instead?
Wow. Go ahead, Yusuf.
I think Yusuf would have been a breakdancer.
Yeah, you look like.
I would be even a better dad, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
A better dad.
Yeah, dedicating even more time.
Oh, wow. That breaks my
heart. Do you
heart.
own a crypto dad?
Huh?
Do you own a crypto dad?
No.
And to answer your question, I would be a rock star. I think that's pretty obvious.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. All right. That's why you're eyeing these guitars here.
Up the guitar there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. What special talents do you guys have outside of being NFT rock stars that you guys are now on, sort of,
Bringing teams together.
Bringing teams together. So you're a community builder at heart.
Community builder, but also a very good project manager. So yeah.
Awesome.
So bringing people together and make them do something.
Do you have a background in project management?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. All right, cool.
And I work in PR.
Yeah,
former journalist.
But is that your hidden talent?
I guess writing, but then that is what I'm doing on the show. But music is there as well.
Music as well. I can see that. Cool. Now, we're obviously in Dubai. So what's your favorite restaurant out here?
Wow,
Zuma.
Zuma, really? It's a bit of a cliche.
I love it though.
Come on.
Food. Come on, man.
Okay.
I love Din Tai Fung.
Where?
Din Tai Fung.
Oh, Din Tai Fung.
Yeah.
Dude, that's where I'm from Taiwan. So
Really?
I was born there. I'm originally from Mauritius, but I lived in Taiwan for 18 years. So Din Tai Fung goes straight to my heart.
And my wife loves that place.
I love it.
Actually, there was our previous guest, Timur. He was at a Chinese restaurant in one of these places. Which hotel was it? Al Qasr?
Yeah.
One of them called Zihan. No, Zabil Saray, I think.
Okay.
Zihan. Another Chinese restaurant, apparently really good. So try that out if you like that type.
Well,
okay. We're getting on to Chinese restaurants now.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, guys.
In our show, though, couldn't we? The advertising space in the show. We could have any kind of advertising within the world.
The Crypto Sheikhs in there.
You could do that, man. It's evolving. It's moving at lightning speed, and there's so many possibilities for this world. So check us out.
Awesome. Yeah. Guys, thank you guys for being on the Crypto Sheikhs podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure. To the audience, this episode is on NFTs, obviously, so we would recommend you head up to one of our previous episodes where we did a sort of precursor on NFTs. We talked about CryptoPunks, we talked about apes. It's a good idea to watch that episode before watching this to get a good background on how the NFT world works. But this is a wonderful episode that sheds even further light about why we believe the NFT space is extremely bullish. And so, thank you for hanging out with us, and we will catch you next time on the Crypto Sheikhs podcast.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Lots of love, guys. Love and peace. See ya.
Bye.